we'll go for agents and SLAs. Okay, the flows. Okay, you privated it this one. Now if you see the first green color circle is there, no, that is a start shape. Okay, that is a start shape. Before going to flows, there are two types of flows. Okay, one flow is a process flow and another thing is a screen flow. Okay, two types of flows, process flows and screen flows. Okay, first let's discuss regarding process flows and we'll see what is a screen flow. Screen flow and process flow, there will be a small difference. First we'll go through a process flow. Okay, yeah, this is a process flow. The first circle is there, na? That is green color circle, that is a start shape. Okay, flow will start from there, and the red color circle is that is an end shape. Okay, flow will end at that shape. Okay, you can add whatever the shapes you need in between start shape and end shape. Okay, the green color thing is there, na? Green color middle one, that is an assignment shape. Okay, first we'll go through the terminology. What are the shapes we have? This is an assignment shape. Okay, and if you saw on an assignment shape, there is a time icon, right? Black color time icon. Yeah, clock icon. That will come if suppose an SLA is configured on assignment shape. You double click on that assignment shape. There will be SLA. SLA means service level agreement. Service level agreement. Okay, come down. Yeah, SLA is there, and default is there. You remove the default and submit it. You remove it, submit it. Now, if you observe, the clock icon will disappear. See, this is how assignment shape looks like actually. But if you have customized the assignment shape inside it, like if you have given any SLA, if you have given any tickets, then some shapes will appear on that green color box. Okay. If there are any shapes on it, you need to go through it and see what are actually configured inside. But this is how an assignment shape looks like. Okay, and remember, every assignment shape contains a flow action. Okay, beside, if you saw in records, after flows you have flow action, right? We have clicked on flow on the left side is flow action, right? No, don't click on it, just I'm telling, like every flow, in a flow we will have assignment shapes. Okay, every assignment will be having a flow action. Okay, for a process flow, I'm particularly speaking about process flow. For a process flow, the flow action will be present on connector. Okay, not that connector. See, every shape will be having incoming connectors and outgoing connectors. Okay, if you see the assignment shape, that has one incoming connector and one outgoing connector, right? One incoming and one outgoing. Now, in a process flow, the flow actions will be present on outgoing connector of an assignment shape. If you double click on that connector, it will open a one model dialog. Yeah, see, you have see what is a flow action in PJ review. They have mentioned some flow action name, right? Yeah, this is a flow action. Okay, we'll discuss flow actions later on, but you just remember the point, right? For process flow actions will be present on connector shape. Okay, flow actions will be present in connector shape, and every assignment will be having one flow action. Like it will be present on connector, but one flow action will be there. Okay, now you can also remember every assignment shape is one screen in a portal. If you create a case, okay, suppose if you have created a case, there is a screen called enter information. Okay, enter information, then that screen is an assignment shape in the background. In a flow level, this is an assignment shape. First one is a start shape, last one is an end shape. In between, we have an assignment shape, and each assignment shape will be having few incoming connectors and few outgoing connectors. Okay, there will be more than one sometimes. Okay, now every assignment shape is a screen in a Pega, like in a screen. Okay, that is a screen. It will represent a screen. Now, the every connector will be having one flow action. Okay, every connector will be having one flow action. Now, if there are multiple outgoing connectors, okay, you may think how actually it will decide to which path it has to go. If you double click on connector, there is a when rule. You double click on the connector, come down, come down, come. No, no, go top. One second. This is flow. Come down once. There will be a when rule actually. Okay, cancel it. I think they have given a decision shape only in this version. Okay, no problem. Like there will be so many outgoing connectors. Okay, what people generally do if there are two outgoing connectors, they will add decision shape. Okay, they will add decision shape at each and every outgoing connector, and they will decide. They will decide to which path it has to follow. Now you try to open any other flow where the decision shapes and all is there. Go to flow. You click on any other flow. Do one thing. You in a rule set is there no rule set version, the column. There you search for Gogo Road. Gogo Road. Oh, sorry, this is not a cloud, right? That's why I think. Okay, it's okay. Okay, I'm thinking it's a cloud. Okay. You open a flow. I'll tell you how to add a connectors. You open the private edited flow, previous one. Yeah, this one. Now you right click anywhere. No, you don't scroll. You don't click on the. You don't scroll your scroll bar. You just drag it. Okay. Now, if you right click it, you have add, right? See the first shapes, assignment shape, decision shape, sub-process, utility, start and end. These are basic flow shapes, okay? Where you will use it most of the times. Assignment shape, decision shape, okay? See, you add a decision shape here. You add a decision shape. Yeah, you click on the decision, that's it. Okay, you have added a decision shape. Now, if suppose there are two outgoing connectors from a assignment shape, then what they will do, they will connect two outgoing connectors to two decision shapes. Okay, and they will actually decide which one they have to execute. Okay, if you open a decision shape, open it, you will be having when condition 4 yeah. Expand, click on the drop down. Yeah, see, there are so many options. You can do complex decisioning here. You have decision tree and decision table also. Those are decisioning rules. Okay, decision tree is like if else condition. If something is true, you execute it, or else go to next step. Okay, decision tree is like if else condition. Okay, and see, this shape is used to take a path, like which path the flow has to be executed. That one will decide through decision shape. Okay. Actually, while configuring, we'll use these flow shapes. Okay. We'll just go through it. What are the options present on these shapes now? But while developing a POC application, we'll see how to use based on our requirements. Okay. And yeah, click on cancel. You add one more step there. We have sub process, right? Add sub process. Okay. Sub process is like, see, what is sub process? If you want to call one flow from another flow, you will use the sub process. Okay. Now let me repeat. How to call a data transform from a data transform? You will use apply data transform. How to call an activity from an activity? You will use call method, call and activity name. Now, how to call a report definition from an activity? You have an OOTP activity, that one you will use, PX retrieve report data. How to call a flow from an activity? You have a flow new method, flow new. Okay. Similarly, how to call a flow from a flow, and also how to include a section inside a section. You have an embedded section. We have saw right embedded section. In a in a structural, you have dynamic tree there, right? There you will be having the embedded section. Okay. Similarly, if you want to call one flow from another flow, okay, you will add a sub process. You click on, you open that sub process. See, on a current page, filter flow by process flow, and it is asking a flow name. It's asking a flow name. You see, there is a star mark beside a flow name. It is expecting a flow name. Okay. It then what it will do if suppose this sub process is present in a normal flow, there it will invoke that different flow whichever we are specifying here, and then we'll come back to this normal flow. Once that flow got ended, it will come back to this shape, this main flow. Okay, any questions till now? Sub-process and decisioning.
So condition based only will provide you the data, right?
I didn't get your question, Dilip.
I mean, whatever the condition we need to put here in the flow name and sub process details, right?
Yeah, flow name we need to give it. So it will execute that flow. That's it. There is no condition here, right? Condition you need to check it before this. Before you are
Decision.
entering into this shape. Yeah, using a decision
Yes.
shape before entering to this flow, you will check the conditioning.
Okay.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Any questions? Or let's try to open some more flows, Sonali. Let's see if any other complex flows are there. Yeah, open it anything. Yeah, keep it this one, okay? Yeah, don't bother about the shapes. There are so many shapes here, right? Let's focus on what are the shapes we have decided. We have discussed. See, there is a decisioning shape. You saw first there is a start shape. After that, there is a utility. Okay, next thing we are going to discuss utility only. You just privated it this one. See, that is called utility. Okay, if you want to invoke an activity from flow, okay, if you want to call an activity, any custom activity before entering to any screen, if you want to do any kind of custom thing like any kind of custom calculations and all from a flow level, you will keep an utility shape. You double click on utility, yeah, that shape you can see inside it. See, it is an activity and they are invoking some custom activity. You see, na? See, utility is nothing but calling an activity from a flow level. Okay, if you want to do any custom, suppose if you want to calculate some details, some values before showing it on a screen, you can add utility and you can do your own calculations, or you can set the data on a clipboard and all. Or else if you want to show some details which you're browsing from database, you will write your utility activity. You will call it from a flow. Like how do you do it? You will do obj browse or obj open in the activity, and you'll keep the data ready on a clipboard in a clipboard page. Now, whenever you are loading a screen, the data will get populated. You understand what I'm trying to say? Why utility is required?
No. Please repeat once.
The utilities are like activities only. Utility is nothing but an activity. Okay, whenever you are calling an activity from a flow, that is called as utility. Okay. Now, why do we need utilities? Is like, see, you have an assignment shape after utility, right? If you click on cancel here, after utility, there is one decisioning. Okay, some decision has taken, and after decisioning, if the decision is true, it is coming to that screen, right? Green color box. Okay, that is an assignment shape. Okay, that assignment shape is nothing but your screen. Whatever you're seeing on UI, that screen is that assignment shape. I'll tell you how to configure. Okay. Now, if you want to in that screen, you need to show details like employee details, which is present on database. Now, when to run the activity, you need to know, right? You need to have the data ready, right? Before coming to UI part, you have to keep the data ready on clipboard, right? So you will invoke that utility. You will run that utility. Inside that utility, you will use some methods like obj browse or obj open, something you use. You fetch the data, keep it on a clipboard page. Now, when you are invoking that assignment shape, that is a screen, right? Pega UI screen. That one will be visible. Next one, if you saw the decision shape, you double click on decision shape, it will be like fork. Double click on it. Oh, here they have given Boolean expression. See, they have given expression below only. If some property, some failure message is not equal to null, okay? If there is some failure message, if something has failed, okay? They are writing like that, like something has failed. then it is true, right? If something has a not equal to fail, if suppose everything is fine, okay, like they have used not equal to symbol, that is there is an exclamation and equal to it, that is a not equal to symbol. So they have written a expression like some message is not there. Okay, then it will become true. This expression will become true. If it become true, what path it will follow? You click on cancel. You can see here what path it will follow. It will follow the downward path. Okay. If it is false, okay, if suppose there is some message on that on in that property, they're again invoking one utility. You open that utility shape, there will be one more activity. See, they are doing some warnings and all, warning for missing dependencies. They are doing some kind of calculations again here. They're invoking an utility. You click on cancel and see how the flow is going next. Okay, and again they are checking a condition. See, they have, I think they have cleared those error messages and all. They're again checking the condition. See, here they have used fork. Fork is nothing but if you double click on that connectors, okay, click on cancel. You click on the open the connectors. The conditions will be present on connectors now. See, else is there. Yeah, click there. See, there is else always when percentage. You click on cancel and open the other connector. Other connector, this one. See, they have used a when condition here. Okay, this is a when rule. You click on crosshair icon, the when rule will get opened. No, crosshair icon beside when rule. Yeah, that one. See, they have written their custom condition. What they have written? Missing dependencies is true. Okay, then this connector will become true. And what is the condition on other connector? Other connector condition is else, right? Else. Other. So whenever this is false, it will follow the else path. It will follow the else path. And the best practice, the best practice is always to give an else path. You understand? The best practice is always to give an else path, because if you are giving two when conditions on two connectors, suppose here also you can give when condition. Instead of else, you select a when condition there. Instead of when, instead of else, if you have given two when conditions, then what will happen? If suppose any one of the conditions satisfies, then it is fine, it will work fine. If suppose two conditions failed, there will be some complex scenarios where you will get some situations where we'll not expect that that scenario will occur. So if suppose two conditions got failed, then system doesn't understand to which flow it has to follow. Then actually it will go to there is one OTP flow called connection problems. Okay, there is a OTP flow called connection problems that will get invoked, and it will go to problem flow. Problem flow will get. You should not never get problem flow anytime. Problem flow is like the previous flow which it got invoked. There is some error in that flow, like error in the sense some condition mismatch, or system actually doesn't knowing where to go. System is not understanding where to go because two when conditions are failing. So what people will generally do, they will give when conditions at one path, they will give else conditions at another path, or else they will give two when conditions. You click on cancel. You can also use one more connector on the top of a rhombus shape. There is one more. Yeah, there is one more dot, right? No. Yeah, there's one more dot, right? Yeah, from there you can drag it to the top. They will from there you will get one more connector. You click there and drag it. You click. Yeah, see, there is one more will get if you want. So people will do two. People can use two when conditions and one else condition. Whenever the when conditions fail, the system will go to else condition. Okay. If you saw the previous decision shape, that is not a fork. That is an expression. There you need not give an else condition because any one will be true at a point of time. One will be false, one will be true. The previous decision, if you cancel this one and open the previous one, previous decision shape, previous one. Yeah, this one. No, double click on the decision. Okay, this is an expression. Expression means it will become true or it will become false, right? So the else condition is not required. So whenever you are using a fork means you have to give conditions on connectors. Fork means you have to give conditions on connectors. So what will happen? It's a best practice to give one else condition every time. Okay, what shapes we have discussed? We have discussed regarding start and end are basic. Like we have discussed this regarding assignment shape, decision shape, utility, and sub process. Okay, you come down to the flow. Let me see how much flow is there. Okay, this is a small flow. Okay, we'll go through our remaining shapes also. See, these are the advanced automations. See, automations, you have so many automations, right? Attach content is there, change state, create case, come down, go through those names. Don't open it, you just go through it. See, there are so many automations. I'm telling you, no? These are all will be present actually. In personal edition also, you can able to see. These are all the shapes. Load data page. See, you have save data page. You're telling us, Sonali, like to save a data page. You have a shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a save data page. And you can load a data page also. If you want to invoke a data page, you can invoke it from here, from a flow level. You can push a notifications, like you have a notification icon in a portal. See here also on the top right side, you have notification bell icon, right? In this portal also. This is a Pega portal. Yeah, no, the middle one. Yeah, so you can push the notifications also. User will see 1, 2, 3 numbers and all. And also you can invoke a data transform. See how you are invoking an activity, you are invoking through your utility shape, right? Similarly, you have one more shape called run data transform. This one was not previously there. This one was introduced in latest versions. You can run a data transform from flow also. You have send email. You saw there is a send email shape. If you added that step, it will ask for to address, from address, and message. Okay, you can actually invoke an email also. Email to your Gmail accounts and all. Okay, send email notification. Both are same. Okay, both are same. Send email notification. Come down.
So here we have like two push notification and send notification, right? So what's the difference?
No, send email notification means it will also send an email on.
No, send notification.
Yeah, send notification also will send notifications to your channels. Like that is all based on Alexa integrations and all. You can actually integrate with Alexa and Google Assistant. It will read out the notification, I think. Okay. There will be channels. Okay, channels in Pega. Those are all people will not using that. Like they are all introduced in latest versions. I think they are not actually more confident to use those functionalities, so they are not configuring those things. And Pega is also not stretching on those functions. Actually, whenever there is a new functionality was actually deploying to the code, Pega will conduct an event. Okay, Pega will conduct a demo events and all. They will stress out the functionality. They will stress out what is the advantages of this one, all those things. But Pega is also not much focusing on these functionalities. Come down. See how search duplicate cases. What is a search duplicate cases means? Let me tell you. See, I'm working in some dispute application. Okay. Dispute application means whenever you have swiped a card, might be sometimes you will be charging twice. First time you will not get the money debited, but second time you have debited twice. So there are some kind of disputes that will be happening sometimes, like in our day-to-day life. So what in that time, what you will do, you will generally call a customer care and log a complaint, right? You have logged a complaint. Now they have created a case for you. They will create a complaint case. Okay. Now that complaint case will be under process. It might take 5 working days or 7 working days to get your money refund. Now, okay, now you have called again the customer care on the next day. Okay, on second day, again you have raising a complaint. See, customer care. what will happen? The customer care, every time the single person will not answer the call, right? Now what will they do? Call will be assigned to different customer care. If you have a case ID number, you will actually tell the case ID, they will tell you the status. If it doesn't have a case ID, you are actually trying to create a complaint one more time. Then if you are trying to create a complaint on a particular transaction, right? You will try to create a complaint on a particular transaction because that transaction has debited twice. Now, if suppose if they created a case, now what it will show? It will show as duplicate. Duplicate means that particular complaint for that particular transaction is already present in a system. So it will show this case as a duplicate. You understand the requirement, the duplicate case. Suppose there is an there will be campus drives going on, right? Suppose there is an Infosys campus drive going on. Okay, if you have attended Infosys campus drive 3 months back, you have went clear the exam. Somehow the exam got rejected. Now again you are applying after 3 months. Then what will the system say? System will not accept your application until 9 months of time, because you cannot give a re-examination for 9 months. How system knows it? System will check a duplicates based on a fields, based on we need to give some properties like how to check a duplicate. They will give like some email address, phone number, or some PAN card or some other number. They will check based on those properties. They will check a duplicates there. If suppose a same other number is present in a database, then they will say it's a duplicate record and they will show some duplicate messages. Okay, like that you can see the duplicates. You understand such duplicate cases. Or you have one more concept in Pega, that is called duplicate cases only. Duplicate case. There also you can configure. You can, that is a rule. This is a flow shape, right? That is a rule. See, a utility is an activity. That is a flow shape. You can also create a rule, activity rule, right? Similarly, for duplicating also, this is a flow shape. You can also create a rule type of thing. You understand?
I mean, even instead of using this flow shape, we can
Flow shape, yeah,
manually
you can,
design.
you can call you can create a rule and you can invoke that rule from activities. Okay, from activities you can do anything. You can actually invoke any rule from activities. You can call decisioning rules. You can call data pages. You can save a data page. You can call a report definition. You can call a section. Anything. Yeah, activities are capable of doing anything. Okay, next it's a weight shape. Weight shape is like suppose how can I say a weight shape? Uh, for example, you have created a case. Okay, you have to wait for 5 hours to get that case processed. Okay, that is a general system timing. Then they will keep. Suppose you have raised for a debit card. Okay, debit card in a bank. Okay, what they will do? You will need to fill a form. You will give the form to in a bank. They will issue a debit card. But to but to actually activate the debit card, you need to wait for 24 hours to generate a PIN from ATM, right? So in the back end, what it will happen, they will use a weight shape there. They will give weight shape for 24 hours, and after 24 hours, you will get a SMS or some email like your card has been activated or your card has been deactivated, something. Wait shape is like to wait a flow for a particular time period, not on a time period. You can wait a flow based on a case status also. Suppose there is one thing going on in the background. Now, if suppose what is happening, if the case status became to resolved, okay, then only it will continue. Wait shape. Wait is like to halt the flow, like it will wait for some time until unless the condition got satisfied. Questionnaire, these things are not required. Questionnaire question will not use any. Come down. Questionnaire, okay, these things. Advanced smart shapes is there, na? Split for each, split join. These are important, okay? Split for each and split join. Now, Let me tell you. You have a page list, okay? You have a page list, okay? Now you want to create cases for all the, suppose you have a list of complaints, okay? A list of employee IDs who has raised a complaint. Now you have to create case for each complaint. Like you have to create, you have to perform some action for list of records, okay? In such scenario, you will use split for each and split join. You can see the definition there. Create multiple instances of same subprocess that later rejoin the parent. Users can work on subprocess simultaneously. This is like a parallel processing also. Split joins and split for each are like parallel processing, but not a pure parallel processing. How can I say this split join and split for each? Suppose let's assume there is a primary flow. One flow is a primary flow. Primary means it's a happy path flow. Okay. And if suppose any user has invoked a multiple actions, in such scenarios you will use the split for each and split joins. Actually, these are very advanced things. Without understanding the agents and all, you cannot actually understand these shapes. I was just a bit worried how to tell, like see, but one thing I can tell you, split joins, you have split join, split for each, and spin off. Okay, three types of flows are there. Spin off is a pure parallel processing. It will not wait for primary flow. It will not wait for primary flow. Like primary flow will not stop for split join. Go to Designer Studio, Sonali. Add one subprocess there. Add a subprocess. Spin-off will be present in that subprocess only. Yeah, open that one. There is a checkbox inside it. If you check, yeah, see there is spin-off flow. Yeah, select it. Yeah, select it. Check it. Yeah, you just need to check like that and submit it. That's it. See, there is one icon came there, right? That is what parallel processing. You see, there are two processes going on. One connector is outgoing to the right side, one is to bottom. Okay, spin-off is a pure parallel processing. If you have added spin-off somewhere in a flow, okay, then what will happen? This spin-off flow will also invoke and the primary flow also invokes. Two flows at a time, it will run. You understand? And two assignment chips you will get on a screen. User can choose which one he can see, which one he can process. I think you have split joints. It's showing advanced shapes. It will be there. You try to add split join and split for each. Anything will be fine. You double click it. It will expect a page list here. See, it is asking all. Yeah, you select. You click on all. Any some. Come down. Yeah, specify a flow rule for this subprocess. Yeah, expand it. See, it is asking, it is also asking for a flow only. Okay, but until unless you can add n number of flows, like a list of records. You collapse it, you collapse that specify rule, and you try, see, you click on that add a flow. See, again, you have added one more flow like that. What I'm trying to say here is like, see, this split join can invoke multiple flows at a time, but it will stop the primary flow until unless all the flows are completed. It will not invoke the primary flow. This is not a pure parallel process. Okay, you go to the top, you have all, some, many, right? Here, if you keep all, what it will do, it will wait for all the flows, all the subprocesses to be completed. If you keep some, it will ask for conditions. You keep some, see, it is asking for when condition, exit iteration. Okay, when should it come out? It is asking, like, until unless if we define a condition, it will come. If you select any means if suppose any one of the flow got successful, if suppose any one of the flow got ended in the below, it will actually exit this and it will move forward. The flow will move forward, the primary flow. You add a split for each also. Open it, split for each. Yeah, see, here also the same, but it is expecting a property here, not a flow. If you see, it is expecting a page list property. Now, what does it mean is like, if you want to create a case, like suppose, how can I tell you this one? If suppose you need to create 5 cases at a time. Okay, 5 cases at a time. Why do you need to create 5 cases at a time? Is like, I'll tell you. Suppose you have a transactions, okay? Your money has been being debited from an unknown ATM. Like 5 times it has got debited. Okay, like for suppose first time 10,000, 5,000, 15,000, like the 3 times it got debited. Now, if you call a customer care and you raise a complaint for 3 transactions, right? So they will not log 3 complaints, okay? They will select 3 transactions at a time, and those 3 transactions will be stored in a clipboard. When you're selecting it, the transaction will be stored on a clipboard in a clipboard page, right? And then if they create a case, and actually they will create a case, then what will happen? They will use split join to create a cases. How will they will use split join? They will iterate on each and every thing. They will iterate on each and every page list property and they will create a case. Split join is for iterating on list of items. And sorry, split for each for iterating on each and every item. Split join is for iterating on flows. You will be having, you need to add flows here. Okay, what we have discussed assignment shape, utility, decisioning. After that, sub process. Inside sub process only, you will have spin off. Okay, this is an interview question. How do you configure spin off? For spin off, you will not have individual flow shape. You will be having a checkbox inside sub process. That's it. Okay, sub process. And after that, we have discussed it regarding send email. What is send email? It is used to send an email notification. After that, we have discussed it send data. What is it? Invoke data transform. That one. That shape is to call a data transform from a utility. What is that shape name? That was came recently in Pega. Yeah, run data transform. This one. Okay. And we have discussed it regarding load data page. Load data page is to load the data onto clipboard. Why we need load data pages? Like sometimes the data pages will be cleared from clipboard. So if you added this load data page, it will readily keep a data on a clipboard page. You understand? If someone has cleared the data, okay, there will be no page available in a clipboard. People will use this load data page to invoke a data page ahead of processing. Okay, invoke a database before processing some data. They will first load a database and keep it handy in a clipboard. Okay, they are loading a database and you have a save data page. That is for saving a database into a DB record. Okay, what else we have discussed? We have a persist shape. I think there is one step called persist. In the top, I think, and wait shape we have discussed it, right? Wait is like to wait, wait at some part to some for some point of time. Wait shape. Persist also you have. Yeah, persist case. What is a persist case is like there is a concept called temporary cases. First of all, temporary case. What is a temporary case is like until unless user has given all the information, it will not create a case. Okay, it will be like temporary case. There will not be any case IDs and all. Okay, it will be like see whenever you click on new, it will create a new case, right? But if you configure it as a temporary case, you need to configure that properties also. What properties you require? Suppose name, Aadhaar number, phone number. These three are mandatory properties. Now, after entering these properties, if you click on submit, then only it will create a case. Then what is happening in the background? We are persisting the data then itself. Persisting means saving a data to a database. Okay. You can see the definition there. It converts a temporary case to permanent object in the database. See, they have given an example also. For example, in hotel booking system, an application creates a temporary case when user logs in. Whenever user logs in, it will create just a temporary case. When you're searching for any application, suppose if you're searching for any hotel rooms and all, it will not directly create your booking order. It will create your booking order whenever you have placed the order, right? Whenever you're placing it, it is creating a case for you. Order ID is nothing but a case ID. If user changes the booking details, the application persists that case to retain the data. It will just store a data on a clipboard pages, not on a database. Whenever you have used this assignment persist case, you see on the persist case assignment shape also, there is a small DB icon. DB shape is in a black color DB shape. Yeah, that is a DB shape, right? DB icon. So whenever you are using this one, that will get persisted into your database, persisted. And the people will ask, what is an OTB activity for persisted? For every advanced shape, there will be one OTB activity. For every advanced shape. Go to your designer studio once. Search for a send email. Send email. Send email. See the activity. See, send email notification is there na below. Some still below. Send, yeah, that one. Send email notification. When you use the send email shape, okay, it will invoke this activity. Send email notification. Okay, for every utility, for every advanced shape, there is one backend activity. If you have used persist shape utility, it will invoke px persist. Can you search for px persist? Px persist, if I am not wrong, px persist case. No, persist not, just persist. But yes. Yeah. See, there's a px persist case. You see, that activity will run when you have used that shape. These are all background things. Okay. I'm telling you in a background perspective, when you just add a flow there, right? But what happens in the background? That shape is nothing but this activity. Okay, it will invoke this activity. Suppose any other cases like any other shapes like you have some other shapes, no? Let's see for any other shape. Suppose you have save data page shape, right? For save data page, there is one more activity called py save data page or something. Just search for save data page. Just for save data page. No. I couldn't remember the exact name then. Px save data page. There will be one activity. Okay, I didn't remember the exact name. I need to look into that. Okay, for every shape which you are using there, you will be having one activity in the background that will get executed. Okay, these are interview questions. Like they will ask you, what are the flow shapes you are aware of? You will say, I'm aware of some assignment shape, decisioning, sub process, and they will ask what are the advanced or what are the automation shapes you are aware of. You will say, I'm aware of email, send email, save data page, persist case, or wait shape, like that. Then they will ask how actually send email shape will work. Do you know the background, how if you want to modify or anything, how it will work? Then you have to say this OTB activities name. Okay, like if we have this so and so OTB activity, it will execute this one. Okay, these are all interview question. Okay, this is an interview question. Okay, this is fine, right? Any questions till now? You just forget about split for each. Split for each we'll discuss later on after discussing few topics or after some configuration kind of things. We'll see. You understand split join and spin off, right? That is fine.
Yeah.
Any
Yes.
questions on any shapes? Weight.
We'll have
And
to go through
also,
it.
yeah, and also you have weight method also, not only a weight shape. You add one more step in this activity, click on add step. No, you don't need to do private edit, just add. And search for weight. Wait, if I'm not wrong, yeah, click on down. Yeah, see, click it, expand that method. Wait. Activity also will wait. See, come down. See, it is asking how much time I have to wait it at this step. Okay. Wait is to stop for some time, to stop the process for some time. And okay, let me tell you one example how we will use a weight shape. Okay. First, let me tell you high level understanding on agent. Okay, what is an agent? Okay, agent is a background process. Okay, if you want to send an email to your managers at every day 9 o'clock, you cannot hire a person to send an email, right? No one will join a company just to send an email at 9 o'clock. That is at a sharp 9. We cannot do that every day, that boring jobs and all, right? Or else, if you want to send an birthday notifications, like if suppose your birthday is today, your manager or your reporting manager will get your so and so wish you happy birthday or something mail, right? No one will daily sit and they will not note each and every employee's birthday, and they'll not send an email, right? That is all system must take care, right? So there are, for automated processes, for background processes, you will use agents. Okay, agents will perform the things on its own. We need to schedule a time. We need to tell the logic what it has to do. It will do at that particular time. The agent will wake at that time, and it will run on a node. It will run on a server. Okay. Now, what is happening? If suppose your flow is there, okay, you have done some processing and you went to wait shape. They will wait for 24 hours mostly. Why? Because agent will run. Sometimes the agent will run at every 6 hours, or else the agent will run once in a day. Okay, based on how you are configuring, that's how the agent will run. Okay, now you are waiting for 24 hours because the agent will do the process in the background. You understand what I'm trying to say? I am telling you, right? You were if you have taken a debit card, okay, you will wait at particular time at for 24 hours because it has to activate in 24 hours. How we know that it will activate in 24 hours? Because we have an agent. That agent will run for every 8 hours. Let's assume. Okay. Your activation will be completed in 8 hours if suppose everything is fine. If suppose some server is down or some maintenance work is going on. Okay, then what it will do? It will actually fail for first 8 hours. The job will be done at next 8 hours. So we will wait for agent processing, or we'll wait for some external system response. We'll use wait shape in a flow. You understand why exactly the wait shape is required? Wait is required to do the processes, to give some time for the agent. Okay, to give some time for the agent to complete the work. And
Yes.
agent job schedulers and all are built upon Kafka methodology. You know Kafka methodology, Kafka technology was introduced by LinkedIn. So we have LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn has came up with this Kafka methodology or Kafka technology, that is all different methodologies and all. Pega is using that particular thing in the background to efficiently process the records using job schedulers and agents. Sure, not agent, job schedulers and queue processors. Okay, agents is also there. If you expand it, Sonali, you have a technical, I think, if I'm not wrong, and technical. No, not technical. That's sysadmin. Can you expand sysadmin? See, you have agents, right? Agents you have, and if you come down, you have job schedulers there. Job schedulers, and in queue, you have queue processors. You still come down. is the queue. Yeah, see on the top you have queue processors. No, in sys you said, yeah, queue process. See, okay. 3 are for same functionality only. Mostly 3 will run in the background, but agents were there in Pega version 7 thing. There is no job schedules and queue process concept in Pega version 7. But in some 8.2 or 8 versions, they have came up with job schedulers and queue process. People are using these things nowadays, but agents also will work if it is both are same. Okay. But the background processing performance and all is better in these things. Okay. These are new version rules, job schedulers and queue process. Fine, now we can drop off for the day.